of the $70,000 Three Rivers Open in the sidelines as we get ready now for the championship match. Anne Marie Duggan, top qualifier, elects to allow Wendy to throw the first ball. Wendy, who has climbed the ladder successfully. Take a look at her breakdown.
And the breakdown is actually evening up a bit. As I mentioned, Wendy was near perfect last game. All strikes with that 279, with the exception of one 10-pin. About the fourth frame, I believe.
Correct, you are.
And that beautiful trophy, thanks to John Jones, the general manager here at Princess Lane, will be awarded to one of these two ladies at the end of this match.
Well, if you count the 8 strikes Wendy threw at the end of her third game, that's 9 in a row as Anne Marie Duggan steps up now. 34 years of age, out of Edmond, Oklahoma. She answers quickly and with authority.
Much farther to the right than Anne Marie has played this week. She was deeper than any of the players, not only on the telecast, but any of the players in the field. She said that could be why she actually led this field by so much, almost 490 pins, I believe, was because she was able to get in deep and still get the ball to hit, and her carry, she said, was phenomenal, her light carry. However, tonight she is playing much farther to the right, actually swinging in to the break point where Lisa Wagner had.
2 in a row. Anne Marie Duggan serving notice as her father in the stands, Bob Pike. He attends a lot of her events, brings her luck. Certainly last year she was the runner-up of the Bowler of the Year award. Had the high average on tour last year, did Anne Marie Duggan. Now Wendy is making a run for that title this year.
One of Wendy's ultimate goals would be to be inducted into the National WIBC Hall of Fame, something that I'm sure will happen.
Missing the head pin and leaving an ugly, ugly split.
The same washout that Kim Adler left in the 10th frame, with the exception of the 8-pin now lying behind the 2-pin.
The statistics on your screen, of course, including her performance in the first 3 games.
She's going to try to hit left of the head pin.
Oh, big disappointment.
We saw Kim Adler throw that head pin behind the 10 pin. This time, Wendy actually throws it right around the 10 pin. Something that my heart always goes out to people that this happens to, because
it's too good.
Right, it happens to me every time I feel like I shoot it.
Oh, and the bump does not send the 7 down.
Now, Wendy's arm swing a little loose last game. You know, building momentum, nothing to lose. But right now, she does have something to lose. She's in the championship match. She's going for the title. There's a little bit more pressure. Anne Marie Duggan has opened up with 2 strikes at her.
And a simple process for the spare for Wendy Papanos. We talked earlier about what a great round Kim Adler had in the last day of match play, but Anne Marie Duggan had a pretty good round as we take a look at this stat.
Average 243 for the 8 games of match play. Big ones, 275, 268.
That 259 in the position round was over Kim Kennedy, who rolled a 258.
Great final for the fans here last night at Princess Lane.
So after a fabulous last couple of years, we asked Anne Marie, why is it harder to repeat great scores after a good season?
I think that it mentally wears you out after a while. You get used to things going your way. You get pulled on from more directions than maybe you're used to get pulled on. You have to make more appearances, more interviews. And I think that those all take time. And so then time gets taken away if you're not careful from your regimen that keeps you up there. At least that's what happened to me.
It's a candid appraisal by Anne Marie. She has been a little bit disappointed with the season, but she says, you know, this disappointing year this year has probably been good for me. trying to put it all back together, and certainly if match play was any indication, Anne Marie does have it back together.
Well, Anne Marie did state to me, John, that she had been getting lazy with her practice regimen and also working out, and there was just not enough time to do everything when you are being pulled in different directions for those interviews.
So Papanos, trailing by 31 pins, defeated Anne Marie, one of the few to defeat Anne Marie in match play. It took a 268 pin to fall to do it. Imagine rolling 242 and losing. Oof.
Kim Kennedy just shot 237 and lost.
Yeah. Oh.
6-pin just sitting in the channel again. A little bit of a different approach right now, John. More apprehensive, maybe not quite as aggressive. Ball not driving as hard. 6-pin sits in the channel, 10-pin doesn't fall. Wendy at this point trying to be careful. Last game she came out, she was fiery.
Simple spare in the fourth makes it 2 spares in a row for Papanos. Youngest athlete ever to win all three majors, still trailing by over 30 pins. 10 years ago, voted Rookie of the Year.
Wendy's shaking her head, the lanes are changing. She's trying to figure out the change. I can't believe that they're changing that much in the last 3 to 4 frames after she just threw 12 perfect shots. I have to feel that because of the pressure, it's a big, big title here. First time a player could win 3 titles this year. She could become the first one to do it.
And the 310, a baby split, if you will.
She's trying to compensate. Now she knows the ball isn't driving hard enough. She tries to do it with her arm, something she's been working on in her timing. She says, when I get in trouble, it's because I start pulling my arm around the ball a little too early. Watch this. Actually hitting inside of target. The ball has been going out much farther, around to the 10th and 11th board. That ball never made it out to the right. It's because when she releases it, she almost chicken wings it, as we refer to.
So 3